Hey, good morning, beautiful people. A little cloudy outside, a little raining outside, and I hope you started off your day just like you wanted to. Planned it out and started to get after it. Because in my experience, when you make a plan, you have more of a measurable day. Oftentimes, when you go about your day without a plan, sometimes people struggle to identify what they've done and what they've accomplished. But you have a plan, the 4 or 5 things that you must get done today, the 4 or 5 things that you would like to get done today if time, permits. That seems to be more measurable. Some of you have different techniques that you use. As long as it works and it proves the results, get after it. Start off today with a little 5-mile run and about to hit some abs, wrapping up the day. And again, the weather don't stop nothing in the Army, as they say. It ain't raining, we ain't training. All right, today we're going to talk about worth. I know we've tapped on worth before, but more often than not, I see people struggling to identify worth and their contribution, whether it been thus far or things that they plan on doing. They find it hard to quantify who they are and their worth. Worth to themselves, worth to their family, worth to an organization. Because oftentimes people discover, regardless of how much work or contribution that you've had to a particular thing, person, or organization, you are definitely replaceable. And if you hold your worth or value in things that are fleeting, you often find the struggle. All right, so how do you identify your worth? What are some of the things that you have done? What are some things that you have accomplished? What are some of the things that you believe in, your values, your attributes that you atone to your worth? If you put your value and worth on things that are fleeting, when those things leave, are you less than? Oftentimes the struggle. I prefer not to put my worth in those kind of things. See, my work that I've done or my job that I've done, for 20 plus years or whatever it is, at some point in time, that's going to leave. And as you can see, I'm Army as hell, right? But when I'm not a soldier anymore, does that mean I have no more worth? That is not the case. I'm still a husband, I'm still a father, I'm still a brother. I'm still quite a lot of things that have value and meaning to me. That one thing leaving or one journey ending does not diminish my worth. I'm doing this, I'm trying to give back, trying to aid people that are struggling in some of the things that I am struggling with or things that I have struggled with. And this is, kind of like my way of giving back, Cliff Notes. I would very much like people not to struggle with the same things that I'm struggling with, when the answers are right out there, when the answers are within a book, when the answers are within a video, when the answers are within an organization, within counseling. Don't take as much time to struggle in the thing when the answers are right out there for you. So you can definitely expedite your journey and get to where you're going to a lot faster without having to, navigate some of the obstacles that I have navigated in my life to get exactly where I am and continue to go. So kind of the intent, behind all of this. You can't let people define who you are, because people will often try to categorize you and measure you by their own value and worth, and oftentimes it's wrong, or they're not using the right measure. Oftentimes the people that are struggling themselves are quick to tell you who you are when they don't even know who they are themselves, haven't done anything, but yet they have an opinion. And it's not to say that you won't value or take a word of advice and opinion from everybody, because everybody has worth, regardless you're a scholar or regardless if you're just the average Joe on the street. I give everybody an ear, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to apply whatever they saying. As in the Army we say, if it don't apply, let it fly. There are a lot of things that I just let fly because I don't see any value, any worth in it, or it doesn't necessarily pertain to me. So I don't necessarily have emotional responses to things that don't necessarily apply to me. People will slight you, people will come, people will go. See you. No emotional response. I'm not that invested into things. I have my own little my own side that I have to worry about, instead of being invested and distracted by other people and other things. So it's a grave responsibility, to be a parent, to be a husband, to be a member of a team in any regard, because you got to play your part. So to end it off, back to your worth, what are some of the things that you do? What are some of the values that you have to help you identify your worth? And if you were to identify or attempt to advise people that are struggling to find their worth, how would you go about doing it?